Pazak has some strategy, though. That's just BS.
My question is, what am I supposed to do if one of the fighters go...
Your friend said that.
I can't wait for the next fight to start.
All right, relax.
Sorry, big boy. I'm not open for business. Judge Fang's got me on his payroll, and he doesn't like me taking customers on the side. Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch.
Huh?
Fang's always looking for some new perversion to make his little soldier stand at attention.
Hey, what? PG-13. Twisted. Who are you?
My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now.
Boiled, dripping,
I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang.
Bangerang exiled.
Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things. But at least that sick bastard pays well.
Who is Judge Fang?
Judge Fang's the head of the Ministry of Harmony. He's sitting in the next room with his guards. Likes to come and watch the arena fights.
Better words.
The blood and the beatings in the ring get his fever burning for later. Sometimes that bastard takes it out on me. Other times he makes me take it out on him.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't seem to care either way. There are few things more twisted than Judge Fang's idea of a
Twisted!
fun night.
You don't like Fang much, do you?
I hate him.
Oh!
He's a vile, repulsive deviant.
Oh!
He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars. Emotional and physical.
Yeesh.
Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this.
Uh-huh.
There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well.
Mm-hmm. Well, then why do you work for him?
I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. It's a hard, grim fact. But at least he pays well.
Tell me more.
Fang's head of the Ministry of Harmony,
so curious.
so he controls taxes and executions across the Empire. That makes him a very rich and powerful man. Even the Lotus Assassins are wary of Judge Fang. Probably because they know he's just as vile and corrupt as they are. All the rumors about him are true. He's the most infamous degenerate in the Imperial City. And I work for him. Go
What
ahead.
else? Goodbye.
Good. Let me rest. I've got a feeling I'm in for a long night tonight.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
I can feel it. Today is going to be my lucky day.
All right.
Whoa, back up a bit there.
Oh.
Judge Fang doesn't like people blocking his view of the arena.
What?
Yeah, you might make him miss out on seeing someone get their nose broken, or their leg, or even their skull.
Uh-huh.
He was just saying that there hasn't been a good skull fracture for at least a week. It's put him in a foul mood.
Uh-huh. Sounds like one sick and twisted man.
I wouldn't call him sick and twisted. That's
Twisted.
an insult to sick and twisted people everywhere. Fang's on a whole other level. I never used to believe the stories, but now that I'm working for him, I can honestly say he's the most degenerate and perverted man in the whole Empire.
Oh, boy.
But he pays well, very well. Enough so that we pretend not to see what's going on, though I still feel bad for Breezes sometimes.
Yeah, it's not late at night, late enough at night for this. Who's Breezes?
Gentle Breezes. She's Fang's, concubine.
Right.
She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public.
She's right there.
He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him.
I speak to Judge Fang?
Not without an appointment, and his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here.
Thank
hoping to
you
see
for the
somebody
correction,
beaten to
Kel.
a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the
Yes,
animals.
bring on the degeneracy. My
Yeah,
favorite.
He's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him.
There's a lot of dark themes in this game. They weren't as like nervous. They weren't as like it's closer to M than KOTOR was for sure. There's a lot more like bad language and themes like this. Let me speak to Fang and I'll make it worth your while.
Forget it. I won't go into details about what Fang did to the last guard he caught taking bribes, but restraints, starving dogs, and gravy on certain parts of the body were involved.
Bruh.
Fang watched the whole thing, laughing all the while, and when it was done, he went upstairs with Breezes for a little relaxation. Poor girl.
Yeesh. I'm
Good idea.
going. I'm out of here.
Come back next month. Fang might be taking appointments by then.
I hate the constant push of the crowds, don't you? At least I'll be gone from here soon. That's why I cheer for Iron Soldier. He sneers at the crowds, the fighters, even the system, and all of them can defeat him. You must be new around here. I may not care to spend time with the people who frequent this place, but I remember faces. What do you want with me?
Tell me about yourself.
Why? Thinking about trying to steal me away from Soldier? You don't stand a chance. I need a man, not a boy. I keep an eye on things from Soldier, see? I even help him train and work out any tension he might be feeling after a fight.
What sort of things do you keep an eye on?
New fighters like yourself. I also try to keep tabs on what Kylon the Serpent and his goon Lucky Cho are up to.
What can you tell me about Kylon the Serpent?
He's no one to worry yourself about. You're not important enough to catch his gaze, and if you're smart, you'll keep it that way.
Lucky Cho.
People talk to Lucky Cho if they want to bet big on one of the fights. He won't take silver from you if you're a fighter if he doesn't know you very well, however. Cho collects on his bets in hardest way possible. It's a bad idea to cross him. Feel free to test his patience if you don't believe me.
Can we talk about you and Soldier again?
What do you want to talk about?
How do you help Soldier train? Yo, Noble.
I help him any way he needs me to. I'm not even starting to learn some of his styles, though I'm not a long way from his skill. So many can match him. Not many can match him. Pardon me.
Kyoto! Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god!
京都グレーウルフジャストリサブスクリビドウルフックベンブープ
Arigato! Thank you, Kyoto. 5 months in a row! Sheesh. I feel like we've known each other longer, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And PG as well with the Prime resubscribe, dude. Thank you guys both. That's super hype. I hope you're enjoying the Jade Empire playthrough, man. It's super fun. Such a good game. Soldier suffers from a lot of tension, doesn't he?
Let's say that my treatment methods are more unorthodox than Dr. An's, but no less effective. They're much more enjoyable as well. You'll never find out, though. I don't waste my time on young men. You're all too excitable.
Let's change the subject entirely.
Fine by me.
Can I see some questions about the city?
I've got better things to do than discuss the city. If you want to know about it, Buy the Outcrier's usually barking outside this building. He's paid to be full of useless information.
Tell me about yourself. Why? No. Change the subject. I should get back to what I was doing.
Off you go. Soldier and I have things to discuss.
She's got quite an accent there, Iron Soldier. I see what you're into.
Another pathetic gawker here to bask in the glory that is Iron Soldier, the Silver Division champion? What in all the Empire do you want?
How you doing, Noble? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple years, yeah. It's kind of crazy. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Questions? I'm going to waste my time on a pathetic dirt kicker like yourself? Not a chance. And please, don't bother firing yourself up to challenge me out of some fool notion of pride. Things aren't done that way.
You know he's a really good
Guards
fighter
stop
because he's
all
shirtless.
fighting unless it happens in the pit, or they want it to happen. Just leave me alone. I don't talk to spectators. You again? Go beg for someone else's time. I have no reason to talk to mere spectators.
Ah. I guess so, Kyoto. We're kind of getting pushed over. I have a cool back tattoo. He doesn't, though. Check this out. Look how much cooler I am.
Hello there. I'm Han, though fans and, well, everyone else call me Hapless Han. It's not such a bad thing. Fighting in the lower divisions means I never run afoul of the Ravager. Our current champion has nearly killed his last two opponents. See, I look on the bright side of things.
He's got a dead eye.
Even if my losses make
I wonder if
people
that's
call
an
me hapless.
intentional nod. I'm sure
Are
it
numbers
is.
really that important? In my mind, it's trying your best that counts. You know, looking at you, I'd say you could hold your own in the arena. Are you thinking of signing up, or was there something else you need?
How can I join the arena?
You need to talk to Qui the Promoter.
He's like the
He'll
opposite
start
of
you out.
Deadeye, though.
It'd be great to have someone new around the
Like,
place.
really nice. How can you tell me about the arena? Or what can you tell me about
You're
it?
new to this arena, aren't you? I'm happy to help you out. Do you want to know how to sign up, or are you just curious about the events?
How are the matches set up?
Every warrior here starts out in the qualifying round, where they face a lot of the hopefuls. If you're doing well, you'll end up facing me. After that, there are the bronze, silver, and gold divisions, each of which has its own champion and unique trials. I'm sure Qui the Promoter can outline those for you.
How do I join?
You need to talk to Qui. He will handle all the paperwork and give you some good advice on getting started.
Didn't know that. Other questions?
Sounds good to me.
Your ridiculous good mood grates on my nerves. I kind of want to say that, see what he says. How well do you know the Imperial City?
I'm sure you can find your way around, but I've been here all my life. I can tell you about the scholars, the common folk, and even a bit about the Emperor himself.
He's so nice. I'm interested in hearing about the Emperor.
Emperor's son is a savior to the Empire. He created a never-ending supply of water for us. It's just too bad his daughter isn't a bit more respectful of tradition. Then again, her father has changed the way things are done, so I suppose that's to be expected.
What kind of changes has the Emperor made?
He sealed himself away in the palace. When in the time of the drought, he was a leader and an inspiration. It's a shame that he's become so private. At his last appearance, he seemed so full of life. It was like he hadn't aged a day in 20 years. Perhaps trying to curtail his daughter keeps him young.
How is the princess disrespectful of tradition?
Princess Leon is a willful child, they say. Don't take that to mean I know her personally, but everyone says she's willful. And to be fair, that could be good in a ruler. Still, you have to respect tradition. I'm not exactly sure what she's done that's so bad, but I know it set the nobles aflame with gossip.
Traditions should change if they're no longer relevant.
I agree, and I would never question the Emperor. He is a visionary leader. It's just that before, we could see where he was leading. Still, I see what you're saying. Look at the endless flow of water he brought to the Empire. It's new, and he changed the face of the palace to pour the water forth to the lands. The first change to the palace since the time of sagacious Qian, in fact. That's a good reason to break with tradition, and one we all understood. Hiding himself away, however, that's something no one understands, and that isn't right.
Other questions?
All right.
What are your impressions of the scholars?
I like them. Half are as crazy as a drunken chicken, but they occasionally come up with some ingenious ideas like the flyers. you'll find that the most revered scholars tend to keep to their garden. Given their lively debates, that's probably safest for the rest of us. If you're curious, the garden lies at the far side of the richer quarters of the city, across the waterway from here.
Lies. Let's hear about the commoners.
Common folk from the Imperial City consider themselves superior to all other common folk, which is just silly if you ask me.
Silly.
The prevailing thought is that everyone outside the city has all the culture of a sunburned ox. Aside from that, the people here are the same as everywhere else. Some good, some bad.
Something else?
I'm happy to help.
Your ridiculous good mood grates on my nerves.
That's no way to be. You need to have a positive attitude here, and in all things. Heaven provides joy for all people if only they would take it.
That's right, everybody. Listen to Hapless Han. Find your happiness, damn it. You're right, forget I said anything.
Of course, it's forgotten.
My
You
man.
must be having one of those days. Happens to the best of us.
True. Positivity, am I right, PG? What can you tell me about the arena?
You're new to this arena.
Yeah. I already asked you that. That's all I need from you.
Right you are. Take care.
Yeah, chin up, Dorzen.
Greetings, I am Crimson Kana, known in the prosperous East for my swordsmanship. I came here to test my abilities, but have found my will and purity of spirit tested as well. Forgive me, I should not speak to a spectator. If you have questions, you should speak with Qui the Promoter.
Can I ask you a few questions about the arena?
Your eyes tell me that you have already seen much in the way of battle. Ask what you will. I welcome another worthy challenger among the ranks.
How is this arena structured?
With its 3 divisions, this is the Empire's largest tournament. Some, like me, come for the challenge. Others, like Raging Ox, come for the coin.
How do I start fighting?
Qui the Promoter points the way in this place. Be warned, though, he does not always see the path before he sets you upon it.
What path are we talking about?
Just be aware that this place does not always hold the fighter's best interests at heart.
Other questions? Imperial City.
I have not been here as long as some of the others, but I will answer as well as I can. Do you want to know about this arena, the Scholar's Garden, or the city in general?
City in general.
I'm sure you know this is the capital of the Jade Empire. The city itself is built around the Emperor's Gate, the massive passage into the Emperor's lands through the wall.
Is there any way through the Emperor's Gate?
The gate saw frequent use in the past, but now Emperor's Son allows no one to pass through. Then again, he has flyers at his disposal, I suppose.
Do you know any of the history of the wall?
The wall's defensive role has long been since eclipse, but it remains an ever-expanding monument to the Empire's strength. All land within it is the Emperor's own.
Other areas... Scholar's Garden.
They're learned men and worthy of respect, but they can teach me little of the sword. The garden lies across the waterway, past the nobles' houses, and is open day and night.
Area around here?
Around the heart of the Empire Tavern is the market district, bustling with open markets and hawkers. It's vibrant, full of life, and even louder than a battlefield.
Something else? You clearly dislike this place. Why not just leave?
Mind, spirit, and body must all be tested. You can achieve peace in a garden, but you earn it on the battlefield. Goals reached without trial are not so easily kept.
That makes a certain kind of sense.
Many philosophies agree with me, many do not. The ensuing debates are no less a field of battle than this one. Not all battles are fought with weapons.
That's all I want to ask you for now.
May our battles bring you peace.
You're nice, but I think you should talk to Bo, not me.
What do you mean? Oh.
Intolerable.
One more mistake, Qui, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem.
But...
Enough. Find a solution and leave me alone.
Oh,
This is not an approbate time to...
it's that guy.
Wait a moment. You have the look of a fighter about you. Those hands, that stance, even your eyes. I'd know that look anywhere. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire. Isn't it fortunate that Lucky Cho and I were just discussing how this place needs an M-fusion of new blood? Come with me a moment and we'll
Punxsutawney Phil.
in some dissertation about the best decision you'll ever make. This is turning
he's
out
everywhere,
to be an
exiled.
excellent day, most ostentatious indeed.
Uh-huh. Bless you. Yeah, he's in Groundhog Day. He's in Christmas Vacation. Yeah, he's in all kinds of stuff, man. Austin, don't you mean auspicious?
I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people can match either the supply or the command of my language.
Yeah, I like this. I like that. I'm gonna start using that. Of course, silly of me to bring it up. What were you saying?
Strong build, good shoulders, not half bad looking either. You've got what it takes to make it in today's arena.
What are you getting at?
The question is, can you fight? Are you worthy of the arena? I say the answer is a clarion and resounding yes.
Resounding.
I've heard that you were asking around and talking to some of our best and brightest. Your interest tells me all that I need to know about you. What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits.
Before I agree to anything, I need to know the rules of this tournament.
Here you fight for silver. Glory is yours for the taking if you value it. The rewards start small, but in the gold division, you could easily retire on your winnings. In fact, our last champion, Raging Ox, did just that. Suddenly up and left to enjoy his winnings, clearing the way for the Ravager to take his place. You'll start low and advance on my say-so, but I can already tell you're going to expel in this place. You'll not languish in the qualifiers for long.
Neon. What up, dude? I mean, that pudding can add up. That's pretty heavy stuff. Yo. That's Brian Doyle Murray. Yeah, man. There's some good at voice actors, and I think there's still more to go. There are still some that you guys will be like, whoa, what? It went so under the radar, man. Like, they put a lot into this game. If I join the arena, who or what would I face?
You will face the flashing blade of Crimson Kana,
Thank you, Dora.
the stern resolve of Iron Soldier, and the
yeah, no spoilers. If you know who else is in it, no
Sun
spoilers.
Brothers. If you defeat these veterans, you will face the Ravager, our newest champion, who tore his way through the divisions to replace the now retired Raging Ox. Go ask them yourselves if you want to know more. Hapless Hans faced more than a few of them too, if you want his perspications.
Yeah, it would help. It would definitely help Exiled. It would be a good idea for them to like revamp this game and just go back to where you guys started. You'll be good. You'll just start from the beginning. Start with a fresh plate, you know? Clean slate. Are these fights deadly?
Do you have any idea how much paperwork I have to do when a contestant of the Empire's finest tournament dies? Wards and spells have protected fighters in this place since its construction.
50?
It's been easily
Jeez.
20 years since they failed.
Yeesh. That's a lot, man. Man. What happened 20 years ago?
It was a dark day. My predecessor lost several good men when the spells failed during an event he'd ironically dubbed the Feast of the Ogres.
What if someone specifically tries to dispel the protections?
I'm no sorcerer, but I suppose it could happen. Still, any magically inclined person would notice something like that. Even if someone removed them, the protections would reweave themselves automatically in time. They've done so before.
I want to join the arena.
That's the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels?
The mysterious stranger. I am egregious, prevaricator, respected scholar and grower of pipeweed. I'm shocked you haven't heard of me.
I've heard that one before. Have you any idea how many bored students peramputate down here from the Scholar's Garden?
I thought I was being creative.
Think of something that would sound engaging, ringing down from the rafters. That's how we'll bill you.
I want to be called Raging Dragon. Bill me as Silver Phoenix, or call me Tiger Lifts the Mountain. What do you guys think? Raging Dragon, Silver Phoenix, or Tiger Lifts the Mountain? Yeah, Flying Dutchman. Yep. Yeah, it's so hard to say, Exiled, man. Like, regardless, it's sad that people couldn't find success creating something that they were passionate about, right? And are had to get let go. But it is what it is, man. You like Phoenix, Kel? The Silver Phoenix? You like Raging Dragon, Lil? Uh-oh. That's 1 and 1. We need more input, guys. Raging Dragon, Silver Phoenix, or Tiger Lifts the Mountain. It doesn't change anything. It's just cool points. Dragon, because you're back tat. Ooh, okay, Kel. Or Exiled. That's 2 for Dragon, 1 for Phoenix. Raging Dragon. Dragon does match the tat. It's true. What is a Silver Phoenix? Seems like we've got kind of a 3-to-1 kind of thing going. So we'll go with Raging Dragon. Sorry, Kel. Rest in peace, Keller Crits. It's been nice knowing you. Sorry, Kel. I promise I'm playing Elden Ring tomorrow.
Raging Dragon, huh? Sounds fast and powerful. I like it. Are you positive that's what you want?
You can call me Silver Phoenix, you know, in private. Yes, that's what I want.
Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. The money's small at that level, but it's there. Any other questions?
That's all I need to know.
One other thing. You should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
I kind of did.
We're all one big happy family.
Okay, man.
You're a big, happy idiot, Han.
So,
as you can see,
let him have his bliss.
To say.
Tell me about my first... hold on. What can you tell me about the champion of my division?
Han isn't a champion exactly, but he's solid enough that all fighters must beat him before they can leave the qualifiers. I like hapless Han personally. He never quits trying. Reminds me of a young me trying to clamber my way up from the streets. He'll go far, you rest assured.
You don't like the Silver Phoenix? No? Okay. We'll go with we'll stick with Raging Dragon. More questions about the arena?
I'm always happy to share some history with this arena's greatest fighters. Would you like to hear some of the tales?
The Silver Phoenix. Certainly, go ahead.
The first thing to know is that this arena was founded under the auspices of sagacious Tien himself. The Emperor's blessings rest upon this place as the one true test of martial skill in the Empire. Interestingly, while we call it the arena commonly, its full name is the Trials of the 7 Gladiatorial Schools of Beneficent Light. A bound volume of the finest parchment contains the arena's rules. This tome holds over 3,000 rulings, the first dating back to the birth of the arena.
Why is the full name not commonly used anymore?
Besides the name being unwieldable by the tongue, largely due to inaccuracy, there are far more than 7 schools recognized across the Empire now. Further, the Order of Beneficent Light disbanded hundreds of years ago. They are no longer the governing body of martial education, so these are not their trials anymore. Still, we hold on to the name as a reminder of the glory days.
Does the Emperor still play an active role in this arena?
Many emperors have graced this place with their presence from a secure private viewing room. Our current emperor has not shown as much interest in the past decade or so. When he was younger, Emperor Sun was a regular attendant, but I'm sure the years have stolen away the time he once made for us.
Oh. How does anyone keep track of this many rules?
No one knows them as well as I do, and that's likely for the better. Technically, we're supposed to lead a donkey around the fighting surface before each match.
Huh?
I consider that to be one of the tradition's best overlooked. Enough asses wander the streets around this building these days that I expect my predecessor's spirits will be satisfied.
Yep. Yep. Let's talk about something else.
What do you need?
Can I ask you more? I think that's pretty much all the lore. Tell me about my next fight.
For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre. I'll be watching your style closely to see how you fare. Impress me, and I'll take you to the top.
All right.
Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the system we use here.
Figure it out as I go along. Skip to the fight. Nah, fine. Yes, please explain the procedures here.
I like to keep things simple and organized. Any other way, and things get more convoltated than the celestial court on the Emperor's...
Convoltated?
When you're ready for your match, ask me about it, and I'll give you a quick summary of your opponent. I'll be setting up your matches, of course.
Okay.
Various enchantments woven in this place keep the fights from being deadly, but they're no less real. You'll feel the pain if you don't keep your defense up. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Okay.